In the coming month, ensure any enyinam kanea board no eba be costro. Electricity tariffs, PURC say 14.75%. Water tariffs, 4.02%. Mamene energy expert and then executive director Eddie Masem say any incomo. Ben Nsiah matching and to say. Very well. Made as a side of pay what year. So now, Eddie and Amasa increment about and what are the justifications for this?
Yeah, but I think this increment, on paper, there could be some justifications, but where these justifications are, to some of us in the industry, they don't make sense, and rather the end user, and as electricity end user, is paying for certain inefficiencies of state actors. I was some policy system, that made me recover a lot of this revenue to pay our power sector service providers. The America say you share inefficiencies. They say, justification one, they look at the energy mix. One of the indicators are they set a tariff. Say you say energy free thermal and I say free hydro. In these particular two scenarios, which is the first and second quarter, they will say not the free thermal, and also say the free hydro. Then thermal is due around 65%, 65 point something, and hydro is due around 34 point something. Say you not do free hydro. What it means is that because of say being sika, duduo, ediakoto, natural gas, and as natural gas also commenting and say being sika duduo ediakoto, alternative fuel and as emergency fuel like distillate oil and as heavy fuel oil. And I was saying no, yeah, cost no money boy in kakra. Compared to say you use hydro. That is one indicator. The second indicator is CD depreciation. Over time, CD na hon they say a depreciating saying, na saying and a saying, and we use that indicator to also set this particular tariff.
Yes, but in recent times, he says CD is stable comparatively.
So reflective. I think they take the data from November. I think October or November. Assumptions and nobody compute to the tariff because tariff on Nenke was back in the fourth quarter of 2024. But for political reasons, and also for some reasons, and to me, so they are using historical data of around October, November, and they set this first quarter tariff and also the second quarter and normal margin in the But I'm really into America said the end user has been paying for inefficiencies of the state actors. Oko last one inflation. Inflation. I think over time it is around 22%, and based on that, they may use. The America say we are paying for inefficiencies of the state actors. Me amisu kaneano. And yamine ema said yes, sidino adinaye, and I appreciate it against the dollar. It is the responsibility of the Bank of Ghana and the Minister of Finance to ensure that the city becomes stable. Name it Tomikanya Mitia. But someone's irresponsibility makes the city depreciate, and now Bitia. That is one.
Okay.
The stability of inflation, and as a be inflation, your Bank of Ghana, your average, and say your target, say was saying 8% inflation. That is what we mean by normal inflation in Ghana here. Now your inflation about 22%. It is not the responsibility of the end user, right, to ensure the inflation about 8%. And I say about 15%. It's the responsibility of the Bank of Ghana and also the responsibility of the Minister of Finance. But we are now why I'm inflation has skyrocketed to 23%. Also make Nipana Mimi Sukaniano. So we are paying for inefficiencies. Now the last indicator is also has to do with the weighted average cost of gas. You say almost on around 7.8, $7 80 something cents per British thermal unit and BTU. Now natural gas you will be brave or Ghana you will be brave you inject be well you should be so from even sometimes we even flare more than permissible international levels. You flare more than that, and we even pay for flaring more than that. But yama shikoka you be so injecting to the well. Now so you try Jaframano. If in Nigeria ne weighted average cost of gas $3.50 per British thermal unit. We are paying $7.86 per British thermal unit because of the transportation and ancillary costs are a factor into the weighted cost of gas. I didn't know mine. Yet now your gas. Anke Yensun give it to me. I use a gas no. Yet now I actually high. Am I gas in a shekwa? Yes, me, new me, Yembitia, fencing in Namkanian. So, we share the Ecosuna, PRC now on one more set tariff no, on one more allow ECG, the inefficiency, the technical system losses. Around the benchmark of PRC, the Amano, 22%. ECG anti-enforced regulation. PRC anti-enforced regulation. Ne ECG, the system losses about 30%.
Okay.
No, yes, me no me in bit. Sometimes if you look at our tariff structure carefully, the end user has been paying for the inefficiencies of all the state actors when it comes to tariff adjustment. Politician eco sign a contract. No one sign me nase yakoto natural gas abodia yesemino nebitia. Politician go sign contract nase yakoto oil ne board paying yesemino nebitia. Now crowd your mu kind of crowd say because of say here reserve margin no. Minimum as a reserve margin no. Because of say abribio hona say yam plani because of say being alternative oil, no, they are now factoring saying for alternative oil, so So what I meant by saying that the end user of QTF and over the years has been paying for inefficiencies of state actors, the Minister of Finance, the Bank of Ghana, the Ministry of Energy, ECG, NEDCO, PURC themselves. We are just paying for the inefficiencies, and it doesn't even improve the system. And system
yes.
Any problem, but here system no, we are making our industry less competitive because they are paying higher for power compared to their neighbors. How do we penetrate? How do we even revitalize our industries when you continue to incur certain losses on the industry and also households to pay?
And say, when withdraw this kind of increment. I mean, it shouldn't come in the first place for the first time.
I think that's why I said they will be justified to say that, okay, these are the indicators. Because if you look at the indicators, they are justified. But beyond the indicators, I think that state actors must act responsibly so that tariff adjustment into more affect. Yes, periodically, it means SOT. But the focus of mandate is on the massive in Nigeria. You see the Nigeria in a water. Mandate is inflation and also a bufuma. Mandate is a weighted average cost of gas now Nigeria $3.5 dollars per British thermal unit. $7.86 per British thermal unit. Mandate is on the phase 2 of the gas plant readily available within the shortest possible time. Now, in the third quarter, so with the first and second, the third quarter, the minister is making a lot of changes with respect to this tariff adjustment. So, factor in a new budget now, almost a new work of $8.45 from the $7.86.
Ben, my friends here, bringing to Namenawasi. Why? Bibiani, I will talk again.
Yeah, that's
Ben Nsiah, energy policy analyst. My main